Hi, Kathleen. Thank you for sharing what you did in your post. I thoroughly enjoyed watching your video. Everything you said was clear to understand, and it was nice to get a little refresh as to each therapy and some of their similarities and differences and their strengths and weaknesses. So thank you for that. I thought your integration of Schweitzer and Rubin's 2015's text was good. That was something I hadn't thought of before. And as you were talking, something else that I had thought about was what integration between these two theories would look like. So Schweitzer and Rubin, they talk about integration and how that's common in therapy, and it's common for counselors to pull techniques and ideals from other theories. But I'm wondering, what would an integration between SFBT and narrative therapy look like? Something else you talked about was both of the therapies, failing to address more severe mental diagnoses. Tying this in with Corey 2021, who explains another shortcoming, which is potentially with diverse populations who often view the therapist as the expert. Well, if the therapist is not diagnosing the client and is viewed as more of a partner in the therapeutic alliance, then this might not be the most beneficial form of therapy for some people. So that's something good to keep in mind. And lastly, I loved your discussion on Christian integration. You mentioned the counselor exemplifying that godlike presence, and you cited Tan 2011. And going back into Tan 2011's text, he writes about several of these therapies aligning with the Bible's focus on the importance of relationship. It's so amazing to think that we as counselors can be representatives of Christ to our clients. That's really neat to think of and to see, and we're not going to do it perfectly. We don't have that agape love as Tan 2011 writes, but we can give them a piece of that. Lastly, I wanted to mention that I appreciated that you mentioned that the efficacy of these two therapies is growing. So I look forward to getting to learn more about research in these two therapies and how they're improving. So thank you for sharing.